Hey, it's Bill Gross, the LA probate expert, where I interview regularly professionals and vendors to help us be more successful in our businesses, both in real estate, as investors, and small businesses. And I'm really excited to have one of my secret weapons is MailboxPower, which is a tool I use for my contacts with customers and prospects and key people in my business. And one of the other secrets of that is, in addition to a great tool, is all the great training they offer as well. And we're really lucky to have here today one of the leaders, I think, founders who give us exact job title, Joe Kennemore from MailboxPower. How you doing, Joe?
I am fantastic, Bill, and I'm looking forward to this. I mean, really looking forward to it. You talk to realtors all the time, and they're my favorite crowd.
No, you do all day long. So, I see you in the morning talking to real estate agents. I see you in the evening formally talking to agents, and I know you do it all day long. Go back a little bit, if you would. How did you, where'd you start off? I know you grew up in Kennemore High School in Orange County. Give us a little bit of how, your business background and how you got to MailboxPower and what you do today there.
Got it. I am not a formally educated man. That high school was the last place I got real education. So I did join the military, United States Navy. I did 6 years there, and that was one of the best things I ever did. I learned a lot about leadership. I learned a lot about large organizations and how they function and operate. I learned about communication. Oh boy, I learned so much there. My work ethic was born right there as well. I left there, and I'll just tell you, Bill, I'm far more street smart. You know what I mean? I get beat with a stick once, it won't happen again, kind of thing. So I learned along the way. I've owned a production company in Las Vegas, Nevada for 25 years called Cash Media Works, and that has suited me very, very well. I left that company when my wife got sick 7 years ago with cancer, and just haven't gone back. My brother runs it. It's been a fantastic thing for me, but I was able to come to MailboxPower because a couple of friends created some software. They called me and said, "Hey, Joe, we really don't market very well. Is there any chance you might want to become our CEO and help us out with this?" And I went, "Yeah, let me come up and check it out." And I did, and I fell in love with it just instantly. And of course, I'd known these guys. They're super smart, and really they understand that programming world and new technology, and keeping somebody on the cutting edge and not the bleeding edge. And that's where I like to be. I don't want to be on the bleeding edge, get hurt because I didn't understand how powerful the new technology was or how it was going to bump into other things. But, being on the leading edge is where we like to be.
So I know how I use and describe MailboxPower, but since you're the CEO, how do you describe what the product is today?
Okay, it's a customer engagement platform first. And we use the mailbox for communication. We like to tell people you need an omni-channel approach to your communication, meaning, you know what, if you're emailing, don't stop that. If you're using social media, don't stop that. But we want to make everybody very aware of the communication channel called the mailbox. Every single person has one.
Wow.
Where we
really?
differ. Oh yeah, it's kind of crazy, huh? Everybody has a mailbox, and why aren't more businesses using it? That's the question, because we all, back in the 90s got tripped up with this whole digital thing. We're like, wow, what? I can advertise online and no more need for the yellow pages and all that stuff. And it got pretty convoluted, didn't it? I mean, it got crazy where it's like, I explain it like this. It's hard to see through all this social stuff and find what I'm looking for sometimes. And the mailbox happens to be one of those channels where if you do it right, the open rate or the engagement rate can be off the charts with your potential customer. Now, number two, Bill, we help you prospect and find new customers. We happen to have a super slick piece of software called the List Builder built right into our software platform. And imagine being a realtor and trying to find a buyer or a seller. You're trying to find a buyer. You put in the information. Oh, well, I want them to be renting and portable. I want them to have an income of $100,000 a year. I want them to have a credit score of 700. And I want them to have a net worth, like they've got money in the bank to actually write a check or a down payment. You can find all those things in MailboxPower. And I got to tell you, Bill, here's the big deal. You can use other platforms and canvas a whole area and spend money for a postcard for every single home. Or you could come over to us and find just those homes in that specific area and talk to just your customer, a laser targeted approach to direct mail. And that's who we are.
Now, one of the things you have done is you created like a masterclass for, in particular, in my world, real estate agents on how to use your product. Describe a little bit about how you came across it, how you got the people involved, Kelly Wheeler being one colleague of mine. How this come to be?
Well, it came to be in this fashion. I tell everybody this, and Bill, you may have heard me say this. Our company has never ran an ad. It was built by realtors for realtors, and realtors' DNA is all over everything you will see at MailboxPower. And the important part for us was, when realtors start getting results, go back to the top of this page, and where you see the three people's pictures. Now you got first Kelly Wheeler. I couldn't count the number of listings he's gotten from direct mail only, no cold calls. Steve Angeline. Last I heard, it was $12 million in sales in less than 2 years. FSBOs only, not one cold call made. Jim McCord, a real estate trainer, educator, came to us and really just flourished with us. He's able to teach people a different approach than everybody else in how to communicate with folks and get the job done.
So based on that, then you created all these different collections. I think one of the things, I see people present one or two of the tools that they like.
Right.
And I use the analogy of a toolbox. I don't even have a toolbox, to be honest.
Right.
But the analogy of it, and they'll show, this is a great hammer and this is a great wrench, but I really like the screwdriver. I really like something else.
Right.
Here you have so many different funnels or so many different niches, any one of which somebody could take and build their entire business on. And each of these are collections. Explain how, imagine I picked one at random. I'll just say geofarming.
Okay.
How would I, just to pick one, how would I use this as an agent to be successful? There's 14 different videos.
Okay.
And this is included when you're a member. Is that how this gets unlocked?
That is correct. Yes, that is correct. So
I'm a member. So
let me touch on geofarming for a minute. This is really, really important. I'm so glad that you're touching on some of these topics for me. Here's the deal. Most people understand, we have an automation, and most people understand it as a campaign. It's a series of gifts or cards and communications that go out over a period of time. Could go out just one lump sum, or you could send something every week for 62 weeks, doesn't matter. You set it up and you go. Here's what I understand about most realtors in geofarming. They geofarm one area, that's it. And they're typically using EDDM, which means it's every door direct mail. They're sending a piece of mail to everybody in a very specific area, which is pretty costly. Now, fast forward, MailboxPower. How do we do it? How do we do geofarming, and why are we different, and why does it work? Number one, you can geofarm an area and only find the qualified sellers or buyers, potential sellers and potential buyers in that specific area, and send that direct mail to them only and not every single soul. We have this list builder that works just magnificently for this, and this is why our realtors are having so much success. But Bill, here's the deal. Have you ever talked to somebody that understood how to scale in the real estate market space? And geofarming, you can actually scale now. It's scalable. This is a tool that allows you to scale your business and go, okay, if I can geofarm 120 people in this area, well, I could do the same thing over here with 200 people, and over here with 175, and over here with 500, and get what you're after and really scale your business from one listing, a month, to 5 listings a month, to 10 listings a month. How many listings do you want is really the question. And do you know what to say when your phone rings? Because I have that problem as well. I have brand new realtors and their phone rings and they don't know what to say and they lost a deal. Oh. And that's a whole other problem at hand, but that's why I have, some of these experts around to teach them what to say. Right. Because what we know, if you'll use our system, if you use our automations, your phone is going to ring. And the question is, do you know what to say when the phone rings? Do you know what to take with you in a listing appointment? Do you know what to say? Do you know what's going to make that potential buyer or seller comfortable enough to use you? And that's where we're at. And Bill, a lot of people have heard me say this. I just want to make your phone ring. I want to get you new listings from people you don't know, or listings from your existing customers via referrals.
I know you were kind enough to speak with me personally, do some personal coaching a week or two ago, and in process getting some additional work done. But I use your program a little differently than some of the other customers. I use it primarily as a VIP tool, gift tool, or a prospect gift tool, or a closing gift tool. So for example, I have a podcast, Probate Weekly, and all the guests get a personalized coffee cup. But what's amazing is it's not just it's a logo coffee cup, which should be enough, but it has their name on the back. Now mine has mine because it's me.
Of course.
But when I have a guest, I put their name on it. Casey Eberhardt, he was a guest on my real estate investing Zoom. I sent him a coffee mug with a logo on the front, with his name on the back, and a couple other gifts and things to make it personal. So I use that when I meet an attorney or I meet a vendor. I send them a personalized gift, but it's not just a gift. It's not just personalized with me, it's personalized for them, which increases the likelihood they're going to value it. It's amazing. I get phone calls every week thanking me for these coffee cups.
Yep. It is amazing.
And I think the second thing that I've done with your product is I try to use it as what I call Trojan horse, meaning I talk to my clients about how they can use it to build their business. Now, it's true that you have an affiliate program and I would get paid if they joined under me. The reason I do it is I don't want the 20 or 50 bucks for the affiliate income. I want the houses to sell where I make 10, 20, $50,000. If I help this attorney get more cases and one comes to me as a listing, he makes a lot of money, I make a lot of money. That's what really my focus is. And why this recording today? And so I would say, if you're an attorney or other small business person with key prospects or key vendors, this is the ideal tool to package it something that you might send them afterwards. Like when I close a deal, every sale, I send them a personalized coffee cup that says, here you go. Realtors love this. On my listings, I send the buyer's agent, in this case, EXP is me, so I put my logo and name. And then the back, I put everything I touch turns to sold. Well, the agents remember where they got this.
Oh, yeah.
So I want agents to fight over selling my listings, and that's what I use it for. Give me an idea of the scale of MailboxPower. You're the CEO. About how many pieces of mail do you send a month or a day? I saw the warehouse shot. It's like ridiculous. Yeah. It's like 84 redonkulous number of something. Give me a number of the scale of his business.
It's pretty crazy, Bill. It really is. And I'm that kind of CEO that actually goes down and works in the facility on occasion. And I just did it about 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And to touch all of those products leaving the building, to build boxes, to build orders, to build coffee mugs. I mean, I think I might have built a coffee mug for you that day, truthfully. I mean, it was one of those days where one of yours was coming through. And of course, I just like to be in touch with the business, and to be in touch with the business, I have to see what's going on with the facility. There's no file for me to go look at. But scale, it's big. It's thousands and thousands of orders every single day. Wow. And really, half of what leaves our building leaves in a box, which is pretty impressive, from a business perspective. A box has a 100% open rate, 100% open rate. Yeah. And I got to tell you, for us marketers, there's only one thing really, really important to us. That's right. Our potential customers' eyeballs, or our customers' eyeballs on our message. Yeah. We can achieve that with a 100% open rate. And, you were talking about, the ability, other ways that people use this, and staying top of mind is a monstrous deal. And realtors, can I just for 1 second, Bill? I've bought and sold 8 homes. I've never heard back from a realtor. I'm not fat and ugly. My money spends like everybody else. Sure does. I couldn't figure. I'm like, what is going on? Why wouldn't they call me? One of these was $1 million home. And I'm like, why wouldn't they call me back and try and sell me another home, or at least be my realtor? And you know what I just figured out? There's a lot of people that kind of come and go in the space, and those that stay, they kind of figure a few things out. But, we created a product called the Ultimate Closing Gift that sends a gift every 90 days for 2.5 years after the close. And it's only a couple $100. Right. And we help you ask for referrals as realtors, do all kinds of things in those, those gifts every 90 days. But, it's just important to stay top of mind. Our friend Casey Eberhardt, he coined a phrase that I absolutely love. Most people say you have to be known, liked, and trusted, right? Well, you do. But there's one other word that's missing that he uses. You have to be remembered at the time of need or purchase. Yeah. And that's where that staying top of mind comes to play. I've often said this: I want to put helium in the hand of every one of your customers. And what does that mean? When somebody says, "Hey, a good realtor?" Bam! I got the best realtor on the planet, and you have to use them. Here's their phone number. You got to call them today, right now. We're looking to create super fans for you.
Just reflecting, during COVID, life changed. I used to see, I would go to court and see attorneys regularly. In closing gifts, I go to the office and see them in their office. Well, that ended for 2 years. And it still kind of ended for the good part here in Los Angeles, more so than other places. And I used to send closing gifts like baskets of food or muffins. But when the attorneys are working from home, they come to the office. I never knew if the basket was ever delivered to the attorney, right? But because you said it comes in a box, I thought about it. That's why I get people call me 3 weeks later because it sat in the office for 3 weeks, but they held it for them because it's in a box.
Right.
Nobody's throwing it away. Nope. And they open it up and there's a coffee mug and some brownies and a card and some other stuff I put in. And they always call me and thank me. It's the most amazing thing.
It is. It is. And you figured it out, Bill. You get it. You know that, you're touching them and you're giving them something they can't re-gift. They can't throw it away. It's got their name on it, right? They're not going to get rid of it. And here's the best part. You don't even have to put your logo on it. They will remember. No one will forget that you're the one who sent them that coffee mug. Now, I'm not saying don't put your logo on it, but I'm saying you don't even have to. They just won't forget.
Well, with your products, I can put their logo on. I can put their picture on. That's the power of this thing. Is it's not even about me. Like I said, for me personally, I want my logo. But for a customer, it would be their logo or their picture or a picture of us together shaking hands or us together, at the closing or at the court getting the victory.
Right.
That's worth a fortune. And it only costs like $25 to send them the coffee cup with a picture and the muffins and the card. It's all personalized in a box. And it shows, and I input it, it takes me a minute to input it and it happens automatically. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it really is. We have a lot of people who call themselves competitors to us, but there is no company that does what we do. There's no company out there that there's tons of companies that create greeting cards. Yeah, big deal. But can you personalize the brownies? Can you personalize a charcuterie board? Can you personalize a cutting board, a coffee mug, a water bottle? And us? Absolutely. All of that and so much more that, we can create. And
this thing I got, this business card holder is so cool. I can tell you a funny story about this. So it's a business card holder, holds business cards, right? And it has a logo with the XP. So I used one of your great members, Brenda Sanchez, to create some automations for me. I paid a couple $100 to create some personalized. So when I add somebody to my team, I have a team of 33 agents in my XP group nationwide. And I want to send them a coffee mug and another XP logo, notepad and some other things. And I forgot what I ordered. And one day in the mail, and I put myself in the list. So I said, whatever I send to other people, I want to get and see what it looks like.
Right.
And one day I got this thing in the mail. I don't really use business cards in the office. It's so cool though, I can't throw it away. And I'm a minimalist. I don't have extra stuff in my office. I can't throw it away. It's just, I don't even know why. It's just so cool. A briefcase, the hinges go
up. I mean, even the little locks, they're articulating locks and the whole thing is like, what?
It's crazy. It's so good. It's so good. So and again, the other application, I use it for VIPs, for prospects, for closing gifts, for cooperative agents, when I close a deal. It's just an easy way to deal with that. And then because I'm with the XP, we are all about building our teams and building our business for both attracting agents on the closing side, as well as my own team. I send them gifts regularly. And it's nice. I set up an automation for about 2.5 years. And so he joins my team. They get something like that with the XP on it. They get a notepad, a coffee mug, a business card holder, a couple of things along the way. It's just such an easy way for me to show some love to my team without me having to reinvent the wheel. It really leverages my time.
Yeah. The one thing we haven't talked about, Bill, is not only our ability to personalize things, but the automation, how it's automated, and how we use what's called a variable data merge field to put a first name on the front of a postcard in a headline. So every postcard that leaves our facility is unique. It's not like EDDM or something like that, where it says current resident on the back and is the first thing that gets tossed in the trash.
Right.
That ability has set us apart and has raised the conversion rates tremendously.
Sure.
That engagement with that piece of mail, everybody listening to me right now, listen, we all do the same thing. We go to our mailbox, we get our mail, and what do? We sort it into 2 stacks. There's a stack that doesn't have my name on it, and all that goes directly into the trash. And then there's the other stack that has my name on it that I must engage with to find out what somebody has for me or what somebody wants from me. And that's what we do. We really do have that engagement piece figured out.
Yeah, this is the classic, is you send somebody like brownies for your birthday. If you decide to, you don't have to use brownies in the birthday package, but if you did, they get it happy birthday and their first name is on the package. It's freaky. It is just freaky. And I sent these again to my team, including myself. So what I sent, what I got is what I sent to other people. And when I get like, how the hell did it happen? It's the weirdest thing.
It is amazing, isn't it? And we hear about it all the time. I mean, you know, I might be the co-CEO of MailboxPower, but I'm a user. Like I am a power user, and I'm getting texts every single day or messages or calls from people who are thanking me for something I didn't even remember I had them sent to them, because they're in a birthday automation and it just remembers them.
Okay, so you use this for your marketing of the business or for your—
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes sense. How would you not? I just need to use it more. You know, I'm sure you know this, you've been on it. I don't even know what it is. There's like an 8 o'clock call daily.
Oh, yes. Yes. 8 o'clock in the morning. We have a
for
daily
power
call.
users.
Yeah, that's for our affiliate base is what it is.
So
But anybody can show up.
And what I like about it is, even though I really don't work as an affiliate, meaning there are people who this is their business, is marketing MailboxPower, and they get a piece of the revenue of the signups. It's not really my business. I'm just trying to be a better real estate agent, sell more houses, and build my team. But I'm learning the tips that they're using to be a better user. And there's another one at 5 o'clock. Now, is that the same thing? Is that also affiliates? Or
on Mondays? Yes, on Mondays.
Mondays.
One by one of our key affiliates, Casey Eberhardt. He does that call on Monday nights. It's a Legends in Action call, and he does a great job. One of our premier trainers. I mean, the guy is just amazing.
And I think what's important, I'm in real estate. We have a lot of training, a lot of coaching available. But when you look into another business and see how they operate, the best practices of this very successful business, I've learned so much just popping in, popping out of that as part of the package as well. I've really enjoyed the resource that you've made available for that as well.
Right. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And, you talked about our masterclass for realtors.
Right.
And that masterclass, like I said, it was taught by realtors and our certified training partners. Our certified training partners are smartest amongst us. They really understand the system very well, and they'll teach you some of those tips and tricks, with the system. But to be taught by realtors who've been super successful and had more listings than they could count from, using direct mail, that's the stuff. I mean, that's the priceless information that we have available to everyone who joins, as a realtor.
So anybody who joins on if they join and use my link, they would be able to get the real estate masterclass as part of their package.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I remember what I paid. It was really cheap in comparison to the money made in the last year. And this is my major marketing is really MailboxPower. I don't really do any advertising. I want to send the money to people who do business with me and who already know, like, and trust me. Why would I spend money? And I know you do a lot with building a new database, but I always tell people, start with people who know, like, and trust you.
Absolutely.
And as you said, remember you.
Yeah.
New people in the process. And MailboxPower is the ultimate tool for me, for people who know, like, and trust me, to get them to remember me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, look, Joe, I really appreciate being available today as well as previously, as well as on a regular basis on your trainings and coaching. Yeah. Thank you so much for the support, and congratulations on such an amazing company and program, and more importantly, an amazing community of people all working together to build over our business. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate being here, and call me back anytime.
Thank you.